All right, so I wanted to finally discuss where I've been for the last year almost. God, I can't believe it's been a year already. But, I haven't been around, and there's been a very good reason for that. And I've been very busy with very significant changes that have occurred out of nowhere and for really no apparent reason. But what happened is back in December of 2023, my wife decided to blindside everybody with a divorce right before Christmas, with really the reasoning not making much sense. And, this obviously led to me wanting to investigate further after every attempt to reconcile failed miserably. I started looking into the situation a little bit more. And what I discovered was a massive amount of text messages between two individuals outside of the marriage. And we're talking massive, like over 16,000 interactions within the course of about a year and a month. Very, very significant amount. This discovery led to multiple concurrent lawsuits being filed against me that were frivolous, claiming family violence, claiming, that there was this need for protection, this narrative of protection, which was all bullshit. And the situation that we lived in, or that we were essentially cohabiting in, was, I had been living in the house since about January of 2021 when all of this crazy shit happened with the markets. And then, that led to the filings and everything else that followed. But, it all began around that time. And since then, you know, it's been a change because I saw my kids every day, was involved in every part of their lives. Being a card salesperson, I was never home prior to that. So getting to be around them was awesome. And got to be involved in their school and all that good shit. So, anyways, right before Christmas 2023, fast forward, all this crazy shit goes down. She freaks out because I find out, obviously, what she's running away from as far as accountability is concerned. And she uses her family. We live right next door to her grandparents, who were the landlords of the house, and they owned the house. Now, I was the one that paid rent every month. My wife did not work. She worked a part time job at the tail end. We're talking a few hours every few days. And, I brought in most of the income and paid most of the bills. Well, after Christmas, after I start preparing my defense, because clearly she has no case against me because there's no evidence of what she's claiming, I get my defense record from the Texas DPS showing that I do not have any family violence. And she starts to get all these people involved. She tries to have me evicted. She has her mom's boyfriend steal all of our money out of the bank account and put it into her own bank account. She gets a new car, puts all the financial responsibility on me, and clearly in an attempt to get me removed from the home. And that's exactly what happened, because when we showed up to court on January 16th, they removed me from the house prior to any notice or any hearing on the matter, because we were originally supposed to be there for a protective order hearing. So fast forward to today, and what's happened between now and then is absolutely mind blowing. What I've done essentially, I've self taught myself the law, I've read the rules, and I've used it against them. And you know me, I like to read shit and read rules and figure out what the source information is. And when you find and use it, it's like everything else falls apart. But the anomalies of this case is what makes it so crazy. So, and everything kind of led up to this. Like, if I wouldn't have learned programming prior to this, I wouldn't have probably been able to do as well as I've done. Now, what's been going on? I've essentially traversed the entire scope. And yeah, I'm doxing myself because at this point it doesn't matter. It's all public information at this point anyway. What we have here, we have all of these filings that have occurred. All of these filings. And basically, lo and behold, the attorney on the other side can't reply because the judges permitted this lady to represent my wife despite her not being authorized to. That is my firm belief. And based on everything that's happened, she has not filed anything in the case. There's been no action whatsoever from her in the case. And this just is not normal. So after I get removed from the home, it's basically I've just been battling to try to get back. And I've been doing it very persistently, making the same claims. There's never been anything filed in response. there's not been anything as far as opposition, but yet I've somehow managed to go from the entire bottom level all the way to the top, the Supreme Court, where my case currently sits on rehearing, to address the most basic principles of law that were violated. So it's been an emotionally tolling experience, and it's been a time-consuming experience. So that's where I've been essentially. You take all this data and you visualize it and you look at it. Um, it's insane. I filed almost 1,000 pages and over 21 different pleadings. None of them have been replied to. No discovery whatsoever. Nothing. So that's where I've been. I'll tell the full story, and fill you in on the details in more videos to come. But that's where I've been, and the reason why I'm bringing this out now is because I've literally tried every other remedy to, circumvent the situation. And the only thing I haven't tried is to get awareness on it, because I know there's a lot of dudes out there that have been fucked by the courts, and women too, and a lot of people are fed up with this shit. So I'm in it right now, and I just want to let you know that I am putting up a fight, and it's looking pretty interesting right now. I currently have a pending motion to recuse both judges that played a hand in the violations of rights. So yeah, it's definitely coming to a head right now. So I'm getting it all out there. So at least you know where I've been. But still holding AMC. All that has not changed. I'm still very well thinking the timeline I was thinking before, around the middle of this month, late, maybe the 23rd, 24th, around that area. We'll just have to wait and see. But, focus right now is getting the kids back in the house back, and doing this in the right way that is in their best interest. Because the family code cites the best interest 109 times exactly, but they don't seem to care about it whatsoever in the actual practice. So it's basically David versus Goliath right now. So, I mean, if anyone else is going through it, let me know, and hit me up, so I might be able to help you. So, not as a legal advisor, but you know what I mean. NFA, NLA, whatever you want to say. But anyways, y'all have a good one, and I'll shed more light on this as the days come. But if you wanted to look at the case details, just simply go to the Supreme Court's website, and you will type in the case number 24-0395, and then hit find my case, and you can get all the information here. You can see the Second Court of Appeals information. So yeah, have a blast. But the full story probably is best told in the current pending rehearing motion. But I'll actually link this in the description below. So anyways, y'all have a good one. That's where I've been. And I'll be coming around more because I feel like it's necessary at this point regarding this situation.